Chapter 11 of When No Pony's Gone Before by Arcade Striker JK5. Celestia let out a breath as she continued going over paperwork. After her neck back and forth. She glanced out the bay window of her favorite study at the setting sun and made several adjustments to his course. Linus should be up and about by now. Very boring. There was a gentle his horn glowed as she opened it. Like a rather flushed, Pegasus Guard's opponent did a breath, as Schizosaurus bow. Turning from Yakaki said, nodded, smiling. That was rather quick. She took the scroll from him and floated it over, and unfurled and spent several seconds reading the scroll once more. Looked at Lieutenant Sentry from her desk. Lieutenant, tell me, did you come straight here from Yakistan? Did you encounter, say... Lieutenant Sentry's eyes looked left to right. No, Your Majesty. Why? Section on the wall opposite the balcony swung open. Discord stepped out, face comically over severe. He wore a dressy gray suit. You rang? He went over to Celestia's side. Ooh, what is it? He cut his paws again. Tell me. Celestia snored. You may go, Lieutenant. Thank you. She turned to Discord. But listen anyway. Discord trapped at the post office. Please. He fell over his torso. I swear on my friendship with Fluttershy I did not tamper with or read that scroll. I know Luna is still calming her mane, so she'll be occupied for another few hours. Risa pulled the microphone from the ether. So, Sonny, what's the secret word of the day? Celestia looked back and cleared her throat. Ahem. Dear Princess Sol Infinica, Princess of Equestria and Controller of the Undying, salutations, Your Majesty. I am glad to speak with you, but I would have preferred to do so under less onerous circumstances. To hear that the citizens of Yakistan would engage in such unperturbed act, I thank you for informing me of the acts. After having identified the factions, I decided to leave their fate in your hands. It brought shame upon. I trust you'll be able to decide on a firm yet fair punishment for those miscreants. Your good brother, Prince Rutherford XII, Crown Prince of Yakistan, ruler of the North. Discourse mouth twitched. He does remember destroying half the pony building for his visit, right? I think so immature, Trailing would have been offended. Diplomacy is warfare by other means, or something like that. I'm not going to question my good fortune with this discard. Prince Rutherford isn't raising a stink about it. Discard nodded. I suppose so. He looked to the side and feeling a large red royal and gave it a spin. So, yeah, hot coals on her hooves, set the alpha mind worms, flowing in poetry. In a straight line. Was he still nickered and snoring? Community service and repairing the punch bowl. Then escalated enough. Discord you and some Romulan polka to pipe into the stood up and walked around the desk. It doesn't exist, Discord. At least, I don't think it does. Horn lit up. I think I'll teleport to Twilight's castle and give her the good news. Her face turned. Yeah, dangerous mischief, Discord. Discord threw his arms in the air. They hit the ceiling, fell back, and reattached themselves to his body. But that's the best kind of misfit. Celestia's gate. I'll be not evil. He looked around. He flew forward and passed through the delivered the scroll, faced himself back in reality in front of him. Hello there! Lieutenant Sentry jumped back, but he managed to keep his wings from flaring up. Here. Discord flew in close to Lieutenant Sentry. So, it gets boring when Sally's not around and Luna's putting her face on. At first, you friends. So tell me, are you busy, Basil? Still on duty? Outside. I'm off duty. We looked up at Discord. What's your game? Discord threw his arms out and stopped. No. Too expected. You're actually considering this. Cuts his hands together. Marvelous. Nice. He sets his fingers. Lieutenant Sentry's arm were fast. Always were replaced by tie-dye shorts and a bowl of pipe stuck between his lips. A similar outfit appeared on him. So, tell me. Discord wrote his chin. Call you Lieutenant Sentry. Well, that's your actual first name. Until came for Sentry. My first name's Flash, Discord. And just a vulnerable flare swings out. Nice outfit. Discord floated down to the floor beside Flash. Waiting Flash. Now then, tell me. Interesting, he did off. Never mind. Stupid question. Stick. Flash rubbed his chin, shrugging. Sure, I guess. Wouldn't be too dangerous, will it? Discord shrugged. Well, awesomeness. But other than that, you'll be fine. A door appeared and packed to the gills and a band on stage playing. Let me introduce you to Queen. Glenn flashed the door. Before I closed the van so, last voice could be heard one more time. Why are you singing my name? Said glanced up from her seat at the key map. An hour had passed since her fading incident. Browser. Now she sat at the table, Twilight and Spike flanking her, while Carcass Fox stood off at the near center of the table. And that's about it. 6 television series, many novels, technical manuals, and other sorts of bits of media. It's still a future, one where humans and others can get together, that we could choose not to kill today. The message some of the episodes convey are timeless and needed. She trailed off and looked back down at the table. Cheeks flushing red. I'm so sorry. I agree to every single one of those bits, says single one. Kirk held up a hand. Miss Simmer, please. I can assure you, I'm not offended or insulted in any way by the information or your reactions. If I met Captain Proton, I'm not sure I'd react any differently. I'm not offended either, Miss Simmer. Your information is merely the ultimate expression of the Vulcan philosophy, known as infinite diversity and all of infinite combinations. Sunset's head bobbed up and down. Yes, of course. That makes perfect sense. Thank you, Mr. Spock. Thank you, giggled, hind legs kicking in the air. I didn't say something, but I started the same way when I learned Daring Do was real. Lowering C+. Whatever. Wait, Daring Do it. Twilight, let's focus on the here and now. Kirk spoke up. Miss Shimmer, these other series, they take place long animated series. He straightened up and started walking, one hand gesticulating. We use this information to plan ahead, to save lives. He stopped and leaned on the table, staring off the far wall. Changing the timeline has never been the wisest of moves. He looked over. Mr. Hey, remember what happened on the City at the Ends of Forever? Unknown at this time, Captain. It's entirely possible that, aside from some broad outlines, the television shows and movies miss some or miss little reality. Kirk's mouth formed a straight line. There has to be some way to fix this. The first 2 series match quite closely to my own logs, although some details are different, naturally. Sunset mock gasped. You mean Bones instruments aren't dressed up salt-takers? Spice head bobbed slightly. I shall have to confer with Dr. McCoy about that revelation. Sunset giggled. Her wings up folding and then folding over her head. I'm sorry. She gasped up between giggles. She cleared her throat, calmed down, and wings retracted. She glanced from side to side. Lessons later. Sunset's head dipped down. Captain, do you remember the mission to Deep Space Station K7? The one first time? Kirk stared at her. Rather hard to forget being buried by him. He waved a hand at her. But please, go ahead. Spike scratched his head. What's a dribble? Sunset glanced at the ceiling. Think Paris Bright, but without wings. She looked at Kirk. Before you left K7, had it given you a pad to sign with the duty roster? And was to serve with you? Kirk straightened up, his face on a faraway look. Wait a minute. Vision colors? Do either of you remember his name? What's the significance of this? Only one of my favorite. And yes, independent lights while says it. Mr. Spock. His name was Benjamin Sisko, but he was a lieutenant. He was a captain for the year 2373. She looked at Kirk. Trials and tribulations. For DS9. Kirk had a finger and said, that means some of the events from at least that television series. Probably all of them happen. The odds of such an event happening, independent of everything else leading up to it, are astronomical. He glanced aside. Mr. Spock, your opinion. Spock slowly shook his hand. The incident does lead some credits to the idea that the events of the future television series will happen. Unfortunately, any information we're given must be used carefully, if at all. Also, the information Miss Zimmer gives us could rapidly become obsolete as events change in response to acting on such information. Sunset groaned. Ugh, that's right. I tell you about event A was the changes of event B, C, and D, but what I saw on the show might not even be good changes. And this is why we need a doctor. And I don't mean McCoy. Spike waved a hand in the air. Well, there's gonna be some events that are gonna happen no matter what, right? Wouldn't it be better to have this information at the ready, just in case? Ty smiled. Horn lit up as she gently floated Spike over to her. As soon as he landed, she unfurled one of her wings and wrapped it around him in a hug. Spike, that's pretty smart of you. She looked up at Kirk. I think Spike's got the right idea, Captain. It's better to have some preparation than willfully ignoring the opportunity. Kirk read his chin. At the least, we could copy the information from Miss Little Moon's disk and send it to Starfleet Command. Spike is right. That it would be better to have this information. Miss Shimmer sits up, Ringrod straining her eyes wide. I'll call her the fairest mirror, Captain. You can count on me, although it might be best if we could permit Trixie to, I don't know. For security, slid out of a chair and walked up to Kirk. In all seriousness, it would be to face Little Wing. You've got to be kidding me. Kirk chuckled. Well, said she, it is all harm in a brief meeting. Although I must emphasize brief, Miss Shimmer. We are still on a vital mission here. Sunset's head bobbed up and down. Oh, absolutely, Captain! That's Trixie. There was a pause. Sunset's ears twitched. Wait a minute. She slapped her forehead with a huff. Well, I'm an idiot. I didn't even ask what this mission was. Spock crossed his hands behind his back and began speaking. 2 months ago, a Class A probe passed through the ecosystem and crashed. Miss Shimmer, Pickamania Diane Pye, and Twilight Sparkle recovered the probe, and contact was established. Sunset looked at him, and with that, the Prime Directive no longer applied. Kirk smiled and knelt down for himself. I think you know our regulations almost as well as we do, Miss Shimmer. That is correct. This system is in the neutral zone between the Federation and Klingon Empire. I think you have an idea of the Organian Peace Treaty? Sunset focused on Kirk. I do, Captain. She kicked to the floor aside. There's so much I want to tell you right now, but if I start, I don't think I'll stop. Kirk slowly reached out and patted Sunset on the shoulder. Your restraint is commendable and wise, Miss Shimmer. Without proper analysis of what you say, we wouldn't know how to act on anything you say. Sunset's cheeks scurred with Kirk's touch. She bit her lower lip, but mouth still stretched wide in a smile. Thank you, Captain. Wait a moment. If our planet's in a neutral zone between the Federation and Klingon Empire, who did the Empire send as a representative? Twilight's horn went up. Captain Kang of Kanaz Pride, she said, and it was the captain appearing next to Sunset and Kirk. Sunset's head sucked to her right. Kang? She gasped. Kang! Of course! She stifled a laugh. Of course it would be him. The other four in the room stared at Sunset. Did I make it twice right inside? Sunset slapped her hut face with a wing. The wing repeated the exit before a horn glowed as she pulled it away. Sorry. She cleared her throat. Day of the Delve was an episode for season 3 of the original. It's just what I know about Celestia. I think it's possible she has to take several moves ahead and place the pieces in the right position for maximum effect. It's improved relations between Spock's musical captain Luna have some awareness of the galaxy at large. Celestia would undoubtedly learn all she could about the Federation and the Empire. Then, if possible, influence the selector. Kirk snapped his fingers. The commander we probably had the most positive interaction with during our mission so far. Sorry, your princess. Captain, is there a problem with the princess doing that? She's trying to bring peace. Kirk shook his head. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, Twilight. I'm not comfortable with Celestia manipulating things like that. If she is manipulating things, though. Anything. Spock spoke up. Captain Kirk is correct. We merely have a theory that happens to fit some of the facts of no behavior. It is speculation at best. Quite correct, Spock. We'll table this to attend to. Spike cracked his knuckles. Like the duel between you and... Yeah, says a guess. But wait, Kang! Came at. I have to talk to him. It's a matter of life or death. Here's Amara's son. He's a danger for the albino. Spock's brow furrowed. I was not aware of Captain Kang. Sunset grunt tapped the side of her head with a huff. No, I meant your future son. I mean... So I teleported to Sunset's side. Place to sit, breathe, in, held her foreleg for her chest out with each breath. Like that, okay? Sunset imitated rapidly, but gradually slowing down. Ow, thanks, Twilight. She looked over Kirk, expressing neutral. Captain, in an episode of Deep Space Nine, I'm going to Kang's son, along with the sons of Kora Koloth. I can do to stop that from happening. I'll do it. She stopped her huff at the end. Twilight looked her eyes wide. I know you and Kang aren't exactly friends, but I really think he and Mara should be told about this. Kirk nodded to Twilight. Friends, as you think of the term, but we're far from enemies. It's not something that I wish on anyone. Yeah, especially if you have your own son, Kirk. I'll let him know you wish to speak with him, Miss Zimmer. Yes, please. Make sure you have all information available. Sunset let out breath, gazed to the ceiling. I'll have to talk to that subject, I'm not sure. Twilight hugged Sunset once again. Well, you're ahead of me on that, Sunset. Take your attention. Kirk's head tilted. Mr. Taylor, that's an excellent pony-sized reproduction of a Starfleet uniform. I will promise to attend to. Sunset bit her lower lip once more. Her wings extended and folded over her head. Oh, my friend Rarity made it for me, she said from behind her. Well, it's blue and with pants. She wanted to look like Leonard Russ. She's her favorite character for thinking like that. Spark raised in human emotion. Though I am pleased that Miss Lumen is the choice of a entire inferior character. His head tilted up as the door opened. Greetings, Your Majesty. Celestia walked in, head bowed as she looked over at the scroll floating in front of her. Hello, Mr. Spock. Sorry for the intrusion, Twilight. I just have some news concerning the axe. I think you'll all be pleased at this. Sunset Wake stepped back against her body. She opened her mouth, but no sound came out. Her face froze into a rictus of surprise, shock, and utter fear. Twilight, still by Sunset's side, spun about. Princess Celestia! She looked back to Sunset, unmoving, expressing not changed. Oh boy! Celestia finally looked up away from the scroll. Yes, Twilight. Her smile widened. Hello, Captain. Hello, Spike. Hello, Sunset. She looked back down to her scroll. 5, 4, 3, 2. Prince Rutherford has agreed to let us. 1. Celestia's horn stopped glowing, and the score floated to the floor. Her jaw hung open as her brain finally started registering what she was seeing. Sunset? Sunset's head drooped, and her shoulders slumped. Her eyes screwed shut. Of course, now! Clark stood up and sketched a bow over Celestia. Princess. Silence reigned for a few seconds. Sunset finally spoke up. Captain? Princess? I believe you all have some news for each other? Celestia's head bobbed up and down. Yes, The scroll floated back her face. Prince Winifred of Yakistan has decided to lead the fate of the Yaks for the punch bowl in my house. I'm going to have them help prepare the punch bowl and send it back to Yakistan. I felt those would be appropriate measures. I have a smile across her lips. I hope Captain King agrees. King should be a nut. Quite a rare skill to have. Right to Twilight Sunset. Princess Sparkle. The terms of the duel have been set. Main Street in Ponyville. No magic from him and no devices from me. Twilight let out a breath. Thank you, Captain. I'll make sure Mayor Mare is informed and everything is taken care of. She hesitated a moment. Kirk looked at Spock. Mr. Spock, do you contact the Pride and let them know about what's going on? Captain, there's mother bent down slightly. And tuts. Considering Miss Little Moon those discs. Again, thank you. Slightly. No, thank you, Captain. Sunset said so. Yes, yes. Turned around and stared at Michelle Celestia's general direction. Eyes not quite falling upon her follow Alicorn. You should know, Sunset. Glanced over at Kirk in Spock's direction. Communicator. Kirk to Enterprise. 2 to beam up. Spike started. And I think I've got some Census Claus begging to do. That's it. He ran to the door, closing behind him, leaving Celestia, Twilight, and Sunset in the throne room. Thanks to Talon and Thor and Sun Tzu for general proofreading and editing. Rutherford's Leather is a reference and shout out to an old skit for Saturday Night Live, around the time of the death of Superman arc at DC. Let's click on the link and Control F to Chris Farley's sexy as the Hulk. Chris Farley's the Hulk. Okay, that's just hilarious. Aside from another message or two, the exit is spec. They serve their purpose. There's also a clip where Kirk meets Cisco. And there's also a video clip of Queen singing the awesome song Flash Savior of the Universe. See you next week.